Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. A few weeks ago, I came over an article, and I didn't think it was too deep in order for me to make a video on. But today, I found another article that is related to that article, and definitely this is an important development. This article comes from an Ukrainian source, and it's analyzed by them, so you should just be caution. Now, this is an article coming from the New Voice of Ukraine, coming from June 11th, 2022. Zelensky responds to petition to lift ban on men leaving Ukraine. Now, obviously, as probably you know, Ukraine is under martial law. There are certain limitations for moving in, free movement of people in the country. And there are certain curfew times and all that. It's understandable. The problem is when you have certain kind of curfews and limitations only for some groups. Now, I don't know exactly what the implications and I don't know the legal fight is regarding that, but it seems like certain people can do things, other groups cannot do. So it's kind of pick and choose. But you will understand what I'm saying after I'm reading this article, where the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, and the other prime minister of Ukraine, his name is Shmyhal. So Shmyhal and Zelensky tell Ukrainians they cannot travel, but they have to go and maybe lose their lives for this defending of their country. So not Ukrainian president, I'm sorry, the president of Ukraine on June 10th responded to a petition posted on the presidential website calling for the lifting of the travel ban for men aged 18 to 60. Not 61, not 19. It's 18 to 60. Okay, it's been determined. But this group, age group, could not travel because they have to do something else. So the petition calling for the lifting of the travel ban for men aged 18 to 60 and the introduction of priority during the mobilization of volunteers appeared on the presidential's website on May 18th. Later on, it was signed by over 27,000 people with 25,000 signatures requiring to obtain an official response. In his response, Zelensky emphasized that the defense of Ukraine is a matter of the whole nation. Oh, I thought it was 18 to 60 male. So he picked what. All right, whatever. Let's read what he says. And I'm quoting, as the president, I noted that in accordance with Article 17 of the Constitution of Ukraine, the protection and sovereignty and territorial integrity of the state is a matter for the entire Ukrainian people. Okay, entire. Okay, you pick just, that's fine, I guess. Zelensky also pointed to Article 65 of the Constitution of Ukraine, according to which the protection of the homeland, independence and territorial integrity of Ukraine is a duty of citizens, while the right to freely leave its territory may be restricted by Article 65 under martial law. It doesn't say citizens, male citizens, female citizens, male between 18 and 60. I don't know if there's any, details on this somewhere underneath the interpretation or explanation of the Constitution. Nevertheless, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if in Ukraine was a national mobilization or not, or you just don't let them move around whatever, however they want to move. If it's a mobilization, you get them, you put them in the army. They swear an oath to the country, and then you have to follow orders. If you're not under that circumstance, I don't think you can be made to give up or give your life for something that maybe you don't want to give your life. You don't want to go that far. Let's put it this way. Maybe you don't want to go that far to losing your life for something. Maybe you can find certain peace variants that you can use in order to protect your life and the rest of your fellow citizens. But nevertheless, answering a question regarding priority during the mobilization of volunteers, the Ukrainian president stressed that it was the cabinet of ministers that is responsible for mobilization, including determining its order. In this regard, Zelensky appealed to Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal to comprehensively process the petition's proposals, paying special attention to observance of the constitutional rights of citizens, the prevention and election of possible corruption-related offenses, in particular among the staff of border checkpoints and territorial centers of recruitment and social support. Zelensky first commented on the petition on May 22nd, saying that he did not understand to whom he said petition was actually addressed, when from 50 to 100 people die in eastern Ukraine every day. Yesterday they said it's between 100 and 200. Now they say it was then 50 and 100. So then we have Prime Minister of Ukraine, Shmyhal, Denis Shmyhal, who said Ukrainian men of fighting age to remain in the country during war. He told the Ukrainians to do that. Shmyhal and Zelensky. There are no plans to open the border for men of fighting age during the period of martial law in Ukraine, Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal said in an interview with RBC Ukraine published on May 9th. During the martial, and I'm quoting, during the martial law, departure of men of conscription age abroad is not foreseen. Shmyhal said, it is really the military making decisions here, but I believe that while the war is going on, all men should be in Ukraine. Must be, that's a different term, but it should be, but it gives you. It says here that this comes after Oleksiy Arestovich, an advisor to the head of the president's office on May 4th, it's a long time ago, what's going on here, told Ukrainian television channel 24 that a discussion was underway to allow certain categories of men to travel abroad for short periods. Volunteers are leaving with a commitment to return. Businessmen, scientists, numerous categories needed it. Businessmen, scientists, these guys can leave, but a commitment to return in 20 years. Numerous categories needed, but this requires amendments to mobilization legislation. Discussion of this is ongoing. Well, it didn't go any further. Many men between the age of 18 and 60 are prohibited from leaving the country, with a few exceptions. Yeah, the businessmen. If you have a little shop, you are exempt, I guess. I don't know. Well, what can I do? You have to be there. The problem is, what if you probably you were arrested for I don't know, charges that if you don't want to get along, go along with this article of the Constitution, but it's a Constitution, so I guess you got to follow it. Will you be very productive if you're given some weapon, some ammunition? I don't know, but nevertheless, then you will be shot on the spot for treason and right. Yeah, otherwise you will be charged for treason for not participating. Well, that's give and take. What can I say? I didn't know that petition was signed, but then if you sign a petition, that means there are people who really oppose your order based on the Constitution. I mean, it gives the Constitution gives it the power. Now we're going to go with the same idea: is this government legitimate? And some people can say no because it's coming from the 2014 overthrow of the legitimate government. It's like you have, for instance, in the monarchies. Like look at monarchies, and you have a bastard, right? An illegitimate son. That bastard usually doesn't have right to the throne of the country because he's a bastard. That's how it is. But if you have enough power, you get the power, like in 2014, and then your descendants from a bastard will be, kings by election or whatever. Who's going to say no? You're going to go and elect. Sheep are sheep. So, what can you do? So through a bastard king, his descendants will be recognized as kings. And after 5 generations, not a lot of people will remember that actually started with a bastard who had no right to be there. Well, This could be one of those reasons why the Russians do not recognize the the current government of Ukraine, according to this. And but it's pick and choose. That's how it goes. They can recognize some other governments that are even, more, not more, but they are illegitimate as well, or whatever they consider it, because that's the way it goes. It's not a black and white situation like in a dogma. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and don't leave the country. 1860. Ciao.